Our MC Kuroko is a genius basketball player who has never lost a single game till now. But even after all this, nobody knows him. Yes, you heard that right. Teiko Middle School's basketball team was the absolute king of Japan's junior basketball world, and Teiko once had 5 legendary basketball prodigies, known as the Generation of Miracles. But hidden among them was a mysterious 6th player, the Phantom 6th Man, and that person is our story's main character, Kuroko Tetsuya, who today just entered Seirin High and joined the basketball club. In the club, he meets Kagami Taiga, who just returned from America. Kagami has trained in the US, so his physical strength is amazing, and he thinks Japanese high school basketball is weak. During the rookie tryout match, Kagami shows his powerful basketball skills, dunking like crazy, while Kuroko uses his special move, his vanishing act. He can disappear on the court and assist his teammates to score. The trick is that Kuroko can make his presence so faint that no one notices him. Actually, Kuroko is someone who doesn't stand out. He uses eye movement tricks so opponents can't see him. Even though Kuroko isn't good at scoring himself, hardly dribbles, and mostly passes. When he's running the team, his teammates score like it's nothing. In the end, the new players beat the old ones and win their first match. After the game, Kuroko dreams of becoming world champion again. Kagami is determined to become the best in Japan, and Kuroko says he's happy to be Kagami's shadow, making his light shine brighter. From then on, the two become the light and shadow of the court. Now let me introduce the basketball club members. The team manager is Riko Aida. She's also the coach, team doctor, therapist, scout, and even chef. Other players include second years like Hyuga, Izuki, Kogane, and Mitobi. Among the first years, you've got the 3 cheerleaders, Tsuchida, Furihata, and Kawahara. Soon, Seirin plays a friendly match against Kaiju High. Kaiju has a Generation of Miracles player, Kisei Ryuta. Kisei's special skill is copying other players' moves. This is his family's secret Sharingan skill, letting him instantly mimic any move he sees. But it's not magic. Yeah right, that's just what he says. At first, Kisei easily beats Kagami one-on-one. When the official match starts, Kaiju's coach underestimates Seirin and doesn't let Kisei play, so Kagami crushes the other team with monster dunks. Eventually, Kisei joins in and quickly copies Kagami's dunks, fadeaways, and more, and both teams start trading baskets, pushing the score higher and higher. But Kisei can't copy Kuroko's eye guidance passes, so Kuroko keeps up with him. During the match, Kisei accidentally injures Kuroko, who's forced to rest. Luckily, basketball is played with 5 people, and sometimes the best play is just to go solo. Seirin's other players step up. Captain Hyuga sinks threes, Mitobi is great at hook shots, and Izuki runs the court with his amazing court vision, Eagle Eye. Because Izuki can see the whole court from every angle, he always knows where everyone is. Thanks to the upperclassmen's efforts, Seirin stays close. In the final moments, Kuroko returns, fakes out the defense with a clever move, and passes to Hyuga, who hits a clutch 3-pointer. In the end, Seirin wins 73-71. The final match of the day is against Shutoku, whose ace is Midorima Shintaro, another member of the Generation of Miracles. Midorima is super superstitious and always brings a different lucky item every day. As soon as the game starts, Midorima shows off his special move, 100% accurate shooting. Kuroko secretly tells Kagami to get ready to fast break, so whenever Midorima scores, Seirin attacks right away. The match is close, and Shutoku's Takao shows off his own skills. His Hawkeye court vision lets him see the whole court. He even sees Kuroko stealing passes again and again, and this gives Midorima more chances to hit threes. The score gap grows, and Midorima even hits a full court shot from the logo. Even scarier, Midorima can shoot from his own backcourt like it's nothing. I'm telling you, there's nothing normal about this guy. So simple. The court is everything to me. No one expected Midorima could shoot from anywhere on the court and still get 100% accuracy. After that, Curry and Lillard got a new nickname, America's Little Midorima. Now Seirin is in trouble and the gap keeps growing. Midorima can shoot from anywhere and always score. With this skill, even if LeBron and Curry teamed up and played in Japan's high school league, they couldn't get out of the group stage. Soon, the first half ends, and Seirin is down by 20 points. In this tough situation, Kagami goes wild in the second half and sticks to Midorima like glue. Kagami's body is amazing and his jumping is crazy. If Midorima can always score, then Kagami can always block him. Thanks to Kagami, Seirin finally gets a chance to fight back and catches up bit by bit. Kagami even makes an insane shot while floating in the air for 15 seconds. Relying on Kagami's power, Seirin closes the gap, but this style is exhausting. Kagami starts to get tired, and because he doesn't trust his teammates, he doesn't pass. He tries to do everything alone, and the team falls apart. Gently, Kuroko wakes up Kagami's sense of teamwork with his soft pink punch, and finally Kagami remembers why he plays. As the fourth quarter begins, everyone gets back in the game. This time, Kuroko figures out how to counter Takao's Hawkeye. His eye-fooling move makes Takao's vision shrink so he can disappear again. Of course, Takao has a trick too. If he marks Kagami closely, he can cut off Kuroko's passes. Just then, Kuroko uses a new move, Ignite Pass, a super fast pass that breaks through Takao's defense. With Kuroko and Kagami Kagami's teamwork, Seiren can't be stopped. In the final 15 seconds, Seiren is only down by 2. Right then, Hyuga stands up and scores a half-court shot. The ball goes in, and Seiren takes the lead, leaving only 3 seconds. The game isn't over. Midorima quickly gets the ball and tries to shoot from the backcourt. No one is ready to defend, and Kagami is out of energy, legs shaking, but still jumps to block. Suddenly, Midorima fakes. If it were Hercules, he would jump and block, but instead, trusting his own timing, Midorima lowers the ball and shoots. In the end, thanks to Kuroko's steal, Seiren wins the game. The team moves to the finals to play in the round robin. Before the next game, everyone finds a stray dog and names it Tetsuya No. 2 because the dog's eyes look just like Kuroko's. The team also meets Momoi, who calls herself Kuroko's girlfriend. Actually, Momoi used to be a member of Teiku Middle and has a big, bold personality and a sharp tongue. By the way, Riko's chest is much smaller than Momoi's, so she always gets teased, and the two have even had some fierce fights. Meanwhile, Kagami meets another Miracle Generation player, Aomine Daiki, who's so strong that dunking and breaking the rim is nothing for him. It's like slicing vegetables. Aomine's team, Tou Academy, is Seiren's next opponent. In the past, Aomine was Kuroko's best friend at Teiku. Together, they were the original light and shadow pair, but Aomine grew so strong that he felt no one could beat him, so he got bored and lost his love for basketball, even refusing to play with Kuroko. Now, Kuroko wants to prove his basketball style, playing for fun, to Aomine Shie and hopes to beat him in the round robin. Soon, the match starts. At first, Aomine is late and doesn't play, but all of Tuwu's players are good at solo play, and their rookie Susa is amazing at three-pointers. Momoi is Tuwu's analyst and studies all Seiren's habits. Plus, Mitobi is still hurt from an earlier match, so Seiren struggles and falls behind by 10. Near the end of the second quarter, Aomine finally enters and instantly shows his power, challenging all of Seiren. Unbelievably, Kagami blocks Aomine's first shot, but Aomine quickly blocks Kagami back. In the second half, Kuroko takes a break while Kagami goes one-on-one with Aomine. It's an intense battle. Kagami even tries to dunk from the free throw line, but Aomine rushes back and blocks him. At last, Kagami's challenge fires up Aomine's fighting spirit, and he shows his ultimate style. Streetball moves from America that break all the rules, like crazy hooks, sideways shots, behind-the-back jumpers. He does it all and always scores. Aomine's basketball is so wild that the score gap grows bigger and bigger. When Kuroko returns, he tries his ignite pass again, but Aomine easily stops it because he's caught that pass so many times before. Soon, Seiren is down by more than 30 points, and Kagami's leg injury is too much. He has to leave. But Kuroko never gives up and keeps fighting. The whole Seiren team forgets the score and plays their hearts out for every ball. In the end, Seiren still loses to Tou. The loss crushes their spirit, and with Kagami hurt, they lose 2 more matches and get knocked out of the tournament. Just like that, Seiren's dream of nationals is over, and both Kuroko and Kagami are lost and confused. Luckily, Seiren's founder Kiyoshi Teppei gets out of the hospital and returns to the team. Kiyoshi encourages everyone to keep going. He's actually super strong, one of the uncrowned kings, players just below the Miracle Generation. Kiyoshi used to play point guard, but because he's tall, the team made him center. His style is called the point center, and in the NBA, Jokic is called the Little Kiyoshi. Seiren starts training for the Winter Cup, which is just as big as the Nationals, and everyone is getting stronger, aiming for the title. Kagami works on his jump shots, and Kuroko practices dribbling. Meanwhile, the Nationals have a big match, Tou versus Kaiju. Kisei and Aomine have battled many times before, but Kisei never won. Now, they face off again and the game is intense. In the first quarter, Kisei dominates, and Kaiju, led by their captain Kasamatsu, takes the lead. In the second quarter, Aomine explodes, tearing through Kaiju and scoring over and over to turn the game around. Inspired, Kisei tries something new. He decides to copy Aomine, something he's never done before. In the past, Kisei couldn't copy the Miracle Generation's special skills, but in the second half, Kisei actually starts copying Aomine. At first, his moves don't look quite right, but little by little, he gets closer and closer to Aomine's style. Aomine doesn't back down either and faces Kisei head-on. The battle fires Kisei up, and he pulls off a perfect copy. Finally, Kisei breaks his own limits and is able to copy Aomine's moves completely. With his lead, Kaiju keeps chasing the score, and the game gets intense, but Aomine is playing with an injury, so things are looking tough for him. Still, Aomine doesn't shrink away. He just keeps playing hard. The two keep going, basket for basket, locked in a close duel. But Kisei's copy style is hard on his legs and makes him tired and easy to injure, so he slowly runs out of steam. Tou always keeps a 10-point lead. In the final minute, Kisei brings the ball up and faces Aomine. Instead of breaking through, he jumps right up for a dunk, but Aomine fakes and passes. Even then, Aomine breaks up the play. Now things are looking bad for Kaiju, but their captain Kasamatsu cheers Kisei on, telling him not to give up. The two teams battle until the final moments. On the last play, Aomine jumps high for a huge dunk, and in the end, Aomine leads Tou to victory over Kaiju. After that, nationals are decided. Rakuzan takes first, Tou is second, and Yosin is third. All three teams have Generation of Miracles players, but none of them played in the semifinals or finals. Then comes the Winter Cup qualifying rounds. Only the top 2 from the top 8 teams of nationals can make it into the main tournament. Soon, Seirin faces their first opponent, Shinkyo High. In this match, Kiyoshi plays as a point center and dominates the paint. After lots of training, Seirin is much stronger and wins easily. Next comes the round robin with the final 4. Seirin first beats Josei for an easy win, then faces a tough match against Shutoku. From the start, Kagami is in charge of defending Midorima, who always makes his shots. But Kagami has his own special move, guaranteed blocks. No matter what, he can block Midorima's shots. But Midorima has other plans. He keeps shooting until Kagami is too tired to jump. The match shifts into Shutoku's rhythm, with Takao blocking Kuroko's passes and Midorima constantly wearing out Kagami. Midorima doesn't just play alone either. He helps his teammates score too. Soon, Shutoku erases Seirin's early lead. In the second half, Kagami finally gets exhausted and Midorima goes wild, hitting threes even from the backcourt to give Shutoku the lead. In a tough moment, Kuroko stands up and tries out his new move, Vanishing Dribble. It turns out Kuroko can now disappear even while dribbling. The trick is that he uses Kagami's powerful presence to distract the defense, making them miss Kuroko. Thanks to Kuroko, Seirin ties the game and both teams go all out. In the last moments, Shutoku leads by 1, but Kuroko makes a slick no-look assist to Kiyoshi, who draws a foul. Sadly, Kiyoshi only makes one of 2 free throws, and Kagami's putback is blocked by Midorima, so the game ends tied at 104. In round robin, there's no overtime, so it's a draw. That means Seirin must beat their next opponent, Kirisaki Daiichi, to advance. Kirisaki has a dirty player, Hanamiya, who loves injuring people. Last year, Hanamiya hurt Kiyoshi so badly he was hospitalized, and Seirin couldn't reach nationals. Now, Seirin is back for revenge against Kirisaki. From the start, Seirin's power gives them the lead, but Kirisaki's players keep using dirty tricks, stepping on feet, hitting faces, squeezing hands, attacking below the belt. They'll do anything. To protect his teammates, Kiyoshi takes all the hits himself, ending up covered in cuts and bleeding everywhere. Hanamiya is also great at reading plays and steals passes easily, letting Kirisaki come back and even take the lead. Just as Kirisaki is about to win, Kuroko suddenly explodes. Kuroko figures out Hanamiya's game and intercepts his steals, leading the counterattack. Every time a teammate passes, Kuroko secretly changes the ball's path. With Seirin's perfect teamwork, they crush Kirisaki. Hyuga nails a buzzer-beater 3, and Seirin wins 78-70, earning a spot in the Winter Cup. During training for the Winter Cup, everyone works on special moves. Kagami even goes to America for extra practice. A month later, the Winter Cup begins, and Seirin's first opponent is Tawu, Aomin's team. Right away, Aomin scores a wild alley-oop dunk, but Kuroko isn't scared. He uses his new move, Ignite Pass Kai, a super fast spinning pass. This move works because Kuroko gathers power in his palm, puts it into the ball, and spins it hard. If someone tries to steal it, the ball bounces away like a spring. Not only Kuroko, but Kagami has a new skill too. He's awakened his zone and can see the future. Even so, he's still not strong enough to beat Aomin, so he backs off for now. The game gets really close. Hyuga uses his new trick, step back threes, and Susa shows his stuff too. In the match, Kuroko brings back his vanishing dribble, but Aomine can counter it by closing his eyes on defense, ignoring Kagami's presence, and reading Kuroko's moves through feel alone. Aomine easily intercepts Kuroko's passes too, proving that the same trick won't work on him twice. Kuroko is left frustrated and shaken, but Kagami steps up, no longer relying on Kuroko. Kagami finds his own power and not only defends Aomin, but even scores on him. Now Kagami can face Aomin head-on, and with his strong play, Seirin is only down 2 at halftime. In the second half, Seirin switches to team basketball and takes the lead. Tawu sends in Wakamatsu to stick on Kuroko, who's good at mind games and can't be fooled by tricks. At the same time, Aomine explodes, forcing turnovers with his glare and spinning dunks. With Aomine going all out, Tawu pulls ahead again, and Kuroko's old tricks don't work anymore. Things look hopeless for Seirin, but Kuroko suddenly reveals a brand new special move. He can make his teammates instantly disappear on the court. Kuroko's ultimate trick is called Misdirection Overflow. The science behind it is simple. By making himself the focus, he draws all the attention, so the opponents completely lose track of the other players, making them invisible on the court. Of course, this move has some downsides. It doesn't work on really tall players, and it uses up a ton of stamina. But with this move, Seirin stays close throughout the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, Aomine gets serious, slowly finding his original love for basketball, the joy of playing. Once he gets into it, Aomin goes wild, scoring again and again. Seeing this, Kuroko teams up with Kagami and Kiyoshi to triple team Aomin. Normally, it would take a whole team to stop Aomin, but Kuroko has a plan. He sets up a path that forces Aomin into a tricky shot, and Aomin actually misses. This is the advanced use of Kuroko's misdirection, lowering the basket's presence in Aomin's eyes, directly throwing off his shot. It's like tricking the opponent's senses, guiding inviting them to make a mistake. With this, Kuroko finally limits Aomane, and Seiren takes the chance to catch up. But then Aomane truly powers up, unlocking the zone, the highest state of basketball. In zone, he's almost unbeatable, faster than before, and no one can stop him. Not even Kuroko can mess with his shots now, and Tuu starts to widen the gap again. It looks like Seiren will lose, but then Kagami, fired up by Aomine, enters Zone 2, and the two start an epic showdown everyone else can only watch. But Zone has a time limit. Since Aomine entered first, he also burns out first, and soon Kagami starts taking control, blocking Aomine and scoring back. With 29 seconds left, Seiren is down by just 1 point. On Tuu's attack, Aomine only has a little zone time left, and his moves start to look shaky, but he somehow makes a tough shot from the baseline. Seiren is down by 3. Hyuga wants to shoot a 3, but there's no space, so he passes to Kagami, who tries to dunk. Suddenly, Aomine jumps high and blocks Kagami's dunk, stopping him cold. Kuroko calls out to Kagami, waking him up at the last second. In this final moment, the only way to win is by using teamwork. Kagami finally learns to pass and sets up Kiyoshi for a tough and one layup. The free throw is do or die, but Kiyoshi misses. In the scramble, Kagami grabs the rebound and goes up for the dunk, but Aomine appears out of nowhere and blocks him again. The ball bounces all the way to the other side, and time is running out. Then, that man, Kuroko, Kuroso appears. With Kuroko's assist, Kagami slams a buzzer-beating dunk, and Seiren finally beats Toho, moving on to the next round. After the match, Aomine realizes he's not unbeatable and finds his love for the game again, promising to play basketball for fun. He even finishes the old fist bump with Kuroko. Seiren's 5 players all collapse in the locker room, exhausted. The next day, everyone celebrates at Kagami's house, where they find a beautiful woman who loves being naked. Her name is Alexandra. She's a WNBA player and Kagami's mentor. She has 2 big hobbies, kissing people and hanging around the house without clothes. Good morning. Did you sleep well? I said I'm trying to sleep. Alex is mostly there for comic relief. She even ends up sleeping on Kagami's bed, totally naked, and shocks everyone. So if you liked this anime and want a part 2, let me know in the comments. I'll upload part 2 right away.